Well, let's get more on this from Bob Ayers, former intelligence source. Bob, US intelligence are saying it is one of the most serious plots against US and Western interests since 9/11. Is that how you read it?
I think based on the magnitude of their response, the Americans certainly believe that there's an attack in the planning phases, if not moving into the execution phase, against multiple targets. That's why they've closed as many embassies as they have.
How unusual is it for senior al-Qaeda leaders to discuss operational matters with the group's affiliates?
It's unusual now. In the early days of al-Qaeda, it was not that unusual, but now it is. The senior leaders, at least the surviving senior leaders, are very aware of the fact that their communications are subject to being intercepted. Now, what we have here can be a very, very subtle psychological game that both sides are playing. The al-Qaeda leadership is signaling that we know you can intercept our communications and we don't care. They could also be using substitution codes. For example, if they say we're going to attack the Algerian embassy on Monday, whenever they use the word Algerian, they really mean Pakistani. And when they say Monday, they really mean Friday. So even though there is an intercept, it's not necessarily indicative of what they're actually planning.
So it would also seem that Mr. Zawahiri, who the US administration certainly this year has basically downplayed his role, still has an important leadership role to play. And it seems that one of his most important lieutenants would be the leadership of al-Qaeda in North Africa.
Absolutely. And one of the things that we also need to consider is that Zawahiri has been a very high-value target for the Americans. And by coming online and talking in interceptable communications, he's signaling the Americans that I'm still out here, I'm still operating, and you still can't catch me.
And this was significant because, as the Americans say, this is one of the big guys talking, and also explains perhaps the significance of al-Qaeda's base in Yemen.
Absolutely. We have to be very careful to not believe exactly what is being said by both sides, because there is a subtle psychological game being played between the US intel community and the terrorist groups. Both sides are trying to put in the minds of the other side that they're going to get caught, or they're going to get killed, or you can't catch me, you don't even know where I am. So it's a very interesting interplay that's going on right now.
Indeed, it is. Bob Ayers, thanks to you for joining us.
You're welcome.